spaces. We have a nice big patio here, about 33 feet long, 12 feet out, with a fire pit area here. I'll tell you more about it. I'm going to get busy digging. Talk to you soon. Okay, well, I had the camera setting on the wall. Everybody's getting drinks. Knocked the camera over, missed digging it out and missed forming it. So, bring you up to speed. We're bringing stone in. There's my pile of dirt. I'm going to keep that close by. We'll use it to grade that corner and a little bit right here. We won't have anything left. If we do, over the hill. So as you see, we use our AZAC material, 4-inch by 3/4 inch, I'm sorry, 3.5 inch by 3/4 inch PVC material, arcing right around. They're going to put a fire pit right here. So we brought it back in, and I wanted to make sure we stayed out of their area for their deck post that's going right here. 1, 2, 3 posts outside of the concrete. Bringing in our stone base. This all has a little bit of fall this way. This is our low corner right over here. Just sloping ever so slightly on the house. You can't even see it in the mortar joint. We have a real faint blue chalk line on there. So this is our low corner. Everything drains away and away from the wall, out from the fire pit. So we'll go ahead and get this stoned in, and that's probably where we'll leave it today. And we'll be stamping this tomorrow morning. Since the gravel is coming in kind of slow, a lot of people ask, why do you use buggies instead of a pumper truck? Well, you can't do this with a pumper truck, so we have the buggies. We use them for concrete and stone. So you can see, we just put them right up behind the truck, open the chute door. As it gets low, we have to shovel it in, help it get out of the truck. But it doesn't take much, just to give it a little pull. Fill those up, run them in place. These are the stamps we're using tomorrow, our Majestic Ashlar slates. A couple more buggies, we'll be done for today. It comes right down here. They really don't even hurt the grass. Everything's real nice and dry. Tomorrow for concrete, we're probably going to put traction mats down. Not probably, we are going to put traction mats down. A couple more. So with the temperature being almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 98 degrees, we knocked off about 3 o'clock today. Went home and got some water, chilled for a little bit, got some dry clothes on. I wanted to come down and get this tamped, and I wanted to get the sidewalk dug out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Hopefully it cools off. I'm hoping it's in the shade back there. But I'll film a little bit of that. Just wanted it done for in the morning. Alright, I just put the tamper in the bucket, carrying it back. Does not look like I'm in any shade. Full sun. Man, is it hot. Oh well, it won't take long to tamp this. Get that tamped, get that dug out. Be home in no time. Dinner's at 5:30. Just a real simple sidewalk coming right around this planter and a pad right here for 2 garbage cans. That's all I'm digging out. It shouldn't take but a couple of minutes. Full buggy, I just have to run it down there, dump it over the hill, keep digging. Once I get back to here, I'm just going to push this dirt and fill in because there will be a big height difference between top of pad and grade. So a couple more buggies and I'm done. There it is, 36-inch wide, probably a 4 by, I don't know, we'll go probably 8 foot wide there for 2 cans. That way you can wiggle them in without having to really keep them that tight. Just some wiggle room's always nice. Pretty simple. Heading home for dinner. Hey, good morning everybody. We got here about 6 o'clock in the morning and formed this up. It's already 85 degrees out. We just have to put one board on top of that asphalt and we're all ready to go there. Our mixer's already here, mixed up, and we are pouring. I just got to find my boots. I'm going to go ahead and put you on time lapse and I'll talk to you when we're done pouring. There's our wire mesh rebar. We're picking it up as we go. The power buggies just crushed the chairs. Fire pit area and patio. Talk to you in a little bit. While we were getting all cleaned up, the concrete's setting up pretty fast with how warm it is. Matt went around the perimeter with our curb edging tool. We have plenty of video of this, so if you want to see it, scroll back to a driveway we just did. I covered it quite in detail. It just fits in there and cuts a real nice groove following the perimeter all the way around. Now going up this wall is a little bit crooked, so we'll put a string line and a straight edge and a hand joiner and do a cut from here to the house. Concrete's just a little bit too soft to get on and float up yet, but we'll be stamping probably within 15 minutes. And some sunshine makes. This is all in the sun. This is ready to go. We poured it last, so it was in the truck the longest and heated it up. So we'll go ahead and get our joints cut in. We have it laid out. Just eye them across where they look nice. Voila. Now we know it's going to want to crack right off of this corner. So we put a cut right there, and Jim will hand me his float. Straight broom. And I just cut that in. Guaranteed it'll crack right there. Nobody will ever know it. I don't give too many guarantees. Alright, so they're just cleaning that up. The guys are just finished cutting it in the border under the wall. Matt gets the fun side.
I think I'm a little off. Can you eyeball that? Off of what? The fun? Close. But you're good towards the wall a little bit. Curve comes in.
Cleaning up the border. I'm going to jump on over here and get started. Okay, with all the border cut in, out in the sun, the concrete's finally ready to get on. It really didn't take that long. Just really 15 or 20 minutes after we got done pouring. Just a quick water break and get on it. Whenever it's 80, 90 degrees like this, you just don't want to turn your back on it. Start in the sun areas first. Start working it all back nice and even. Opening that joint up, finishing that joint as we trowel the surface. And this is outside work, so we just give it a light, a real flat steel trowel finish. We don't hard steel trowel this. We don't want to seal that surface up and trap the bleed water and weaken the surface. So just working it all off together nice and even, and then right away into the stamping process. Out in the sun area, working that tight to the house all the way back, getting all of our patterns in place, locked together, and we get probably half or 3/4 of the patterns on the patio actually before we even start tamping. Once we get a nice pattern there all locked together, then we start tamping, picking up and moving, touching up the edges. As you can see, I'm working down the edge of the house with our floppy, working it in, just moving right down. Everybody doing their thing. Looking out for that little detail work, making sure all of our patterns are in fully. We don't want to see a half stamp right in the middle of the patio. That would look horrible. And everybody walking out of that door would see it. So you just want to make sure you get all the patterns in fully, all the way to the edge. Can't stress that enough. So finishing up, everything goes pretty smooth. Okay, Steve's working on the last pattern. Everything went real good. What I was talking about earlier, I know the camera couldn't see it. As I was working up this wall, my very last pattern fit perfect in that corner. Couldn't have planned it out better. If I planned it out that way, it would never work. That just happened to be chance. All of our cuts are nice and straight with our border. Looks like we need one touch up off of that corner on that bend. We're finally in the sun here, so I'm glad we were able to start stamping here first. We just need one little touch up right here, and then right here. So tomorrow we'll get a saw cut right here. Maybe tonight I'll get one right here. I'm worried this wouldn't make it through the night. It's another 90-degree day. 2 cuts here. Maybe one long ways. Why not? Finishing up our border. Touching up the edges. That little detail really makes a big difference. Making sure our mortar joints go all the way to the edge. Jim, our workhorse, is finishing up the border.
Let's give it a half
We're
turn.
going to get that on t-shirts. We're going to have more t-shirt contests coming up. There's 3 of them I need to get mailed out, and I didn't want to have another contest owing 3 viewers t-shirts. So I know I owe them to you. I keep promising I'll get them to you. I just got to get to the post office. So here's a view from down here. Nice and straight. Full impressions. Let's get a drink of water. Sip of that coffee. All right, I'll quit saying that. There we are, all graded. Now the homeowners can take that themselves and do it, or they can get a landscaper in here. But it's close, it's roughed in. Half of this is in the shade, a little bit in the sun. Another 2 hours, this will all be full sun. So I'm gonna stop back here. I only live a mile from here, so I'm gonna come back several times throughout the day and wet this down and keep this cooled off as best I can today. I might even set up a sprinkler on it later today and just do my best to keep it cool. I see somebody out front there, but right now we're heading off to Mike Morgan's neighbor's house. So come on along with us and watch that project. See you soon. It's almost 5 o'clock, same day that we poured this. I came down and chalked some lines. Center a door where it gets skinny, and I went ahead and added one more cutout there. That was about 12 feet from here to the point, so I wanted to get some relief there. So I just picked a nice group of mortar joints and then 1, 2, 3 stones that'll go through. So we kind of hide these in our mortar joints. And here we'll go through about 4 stones and then a group of mortar joints. It really helps hide them. So this is how I cut them when I'm by myself. I just put a block on the end of the string to hold it. Over here, pull it tight, snap it, and there's my line. So I'll go ahead and bring the saw down. We're starting to get high winds. It should be raining here shortly, so I wanted to get this cut before it started storming. So since I decided to come down the same day that we poured it and do my saw cutting because of the temperatures being so hot, I like to cut with water. So notice how I just have the garden hose running, flooding that surface. That gives me a real nice clean saw cut, as well as no dust flying through the air that I have to breathe in and wear a respirator and avoid. So that makes it nice too. But mainly just to keep a nice clean true cut, no chipping on the corners as well as any intersection where the stone is, and that way I don't have to worry about it cracking through the night. You go through all this work and the next morning you come here and there's a big crack down it. Nobody likes to see that. So whenever I can saw cut the same day, I really do like doing that. All saw cut and cleaned. Matt and the guys are going to come over and color and seal this tomorrow, so we'll get some footage of that. Stay tuned.